Hey and welcome to Neverwinter with Aragon. So with the Module 27 update, we got some changes to the Rust Monster and the Swashbuckler, increasing their damage output. Additionally, I have a new companion, this Snow Leopard beside me, which I've never tested before. We've got to go and update their damage values and rank them on this list. How well do they perform to the others? How viable are they now? Well, first of all, we started with that Snow Leopard. Very cute looking companion. I would like this to perform a lot better than it does, and unfortunately, it's way down there at only 18,000 encounter DPS, which means it gets ranked at like 130th position. A bit sad for this adorable pet. But then we have the Rust Monster, this ugly creature. It got approximately a 30% buff up in its damage, where it was currently positioned at like nearly 24,000 encounter DPS in 95th spot, to now dealing 36,000 encounter DPS, which does mean he's getting bumped up all the way to 17th position. Pretty viable, a single target. Does fall behind some of the top though. And then, finally, the Swashbuckler. Her damage has gone up by approximately 20% as stated here. She was previously at rank 43 at about 30,000 encounter DPS and has gone up significantly to about 40,000 encounter DPS, which means she has been bumped up to 6th position. That is very good, only just behind like the green scale bowman. A quick note on some of the other ones here. For example, the Blaspheme Assassin. She is not as good as it shows on paper here. You can read the note. She needs a lot of time and target to maintain her bleed stats to maximize her damage. And it takes about 45 seconds to get all those 10 bleed stacks for that maximum damage. She is not always the best. If she fails to maintain those bleed stacks because the boss is phasing or she dies, then rip. Her damage will be down at like 35,000 encounter DPS. She's just not reliable in single target, despite her doing like the best in the single target test. Then there's like the Paranoid Delusion for the Ranger. That is class specific. No other class can use it but the Ranger, and it's a very rare companion. It can do very well, but it's melee. Honey Badger, it can only do this well if it has 90% HP or more. So again, situational whether it'll actually get that damage out. Tomb Spider is a lot of damage over time and is melee, so can struggle if the boss is moving around a lot, versus the Green Scale Bowman, which has been the most steadfast, reliable companion to date for single target damage, because he's ranged, just shoots his bow and arrow, avoids a lot of damage, can easy switch target without having to move much, and yeah. So the Swashbuckler, yes, has been bumped up to a very good position. Another big benefit of the Swashbuckler is her ability to make the target grant combat advantage. Unfortunately, it's nowhere near reliable like the Black Death Scorpion. This ability, unfortunately, is only about up half of the time. You can see that here, her devastating impact. And you can see when she's attacking a target, you will see that it grants combat advantage regardless of positioning, but it only lasts 5 seconds, and then she takes about 5 seconds before she activates that again. So she's not going to be a replacement of the Black Death Scorpion, where you need that reliable uptime of about 100% on that grant combat advantage effect. But she's useful. I mean, the Pseudo Dragon has the same ability, which is similarly 50% of the time, and its damage is only slightly lower than the Swashbuckler. So yeah, the Swashbuckler, very good. And use it in single target if you have it and you don't have some of these other top options. Could well be a cheap companion you picked up. Just be careful of people inflating the prices of this companion. People will do it, and it'll take a bit of time for the market to settle back down again. This companion drops from lockboxes all the time, so it's very readily available, and there'll be just more and more of them being sold. People who are jacking up the prices will eventually struggle to keep them at that price because the amount of people listing them trying to sell them. Just be careful and take your time and do your research before buying anything. So yeah, she's very viable now. And on another note, you don't have to upgrade them to get them to deal lots of damage. Upgrading them is irrelevant in terms of their damage. You gain a little bit of an item level boost for yourself because of this. You'll gain up to 1,500, and your bonus here will get boosted to its maximum when your companion is on Mythic. That's it. The companion will do the same damage whether it's on Grey or mythic. So you can always test them out for yourself as well. Now with regards to the damage effect on the equip bonus for the Snow Leopard, I went and checked this out as well. So you may have seen me talk about this in a previous video. This 10% chance on a critical hit to cause the target to take additional damage. All of the companions that have this similar effect are going to be getting changed soon, and this could be very well one of them that does get changed, which has a similar effect, but when you cast an encounter power, you cause the target to bleed. I tested both of those. You can watch my previous video to check out more details on what's going to happen to those buffs, but my test results on both the Snow Leopard and the Rat Pup compared to the others was very poor. It may very well get drastically changed with whatever rework they're doing. We shall have to see. But just be aware those two companions also have those effects. If you have them, then they may very well end up becoming pretty useful. So hopefully this was somewhat insightful to you guys. Again, there's a link in the video description where you can access that full companion document for yourself, and I regularly update it when there's new companions released and also when they make changes like these. There's multiple tabs on the bottom here as well for AoE damage, for companion equip bonuses, healing companions, party buff companions, and then like augment companions. So another massive thank you again to all these channel members for their added support, and we'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.